Hello everyone, welcome into today's reaction video. Today is part 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I am so excited for this episode because a few people have told me that they think it's the best episode so far. So that just has me so excited because the last episode was it was okay. Because some folks have said that it's the best so far, I'm hoping and anticipating that that means that we get more Vader and more confrontation between Vader and Obi-Wan. So I'm really hoping for that. But otherwise, I'm just really not sure what to expect. And I kind of like not really expecting things because then it's a surprise. So with that, that's really all I have to say. As always, if you're someone that prefers to watch the entire episode along with me, the uncut reaction is available for just $2 Canadian per month over on my Patreon. Link is always in the corner and in the description. And with that, it is time to press play. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh?
Oh, there you are.
Oh my
I was
god.
beginning to think you weren't coming.
I thought this was a throwback at first to a scene from Revenge of the Sith.
Are you?
Hayden still looks so good.
Yeah,
Oh my
let's begin.
gosh. Oh shit.
The third sister is here.
It is my great honor to be invited aboard, Lord Vader.
I am not interested in civilities. Where is he?
He's arriving on Jabeam as we speak.
You have done well. Kneel. Grand Inquisitor.
There we go. Well, she got her goal. So is Vader thinking back to that memory. Damn. I was not expecting that. It was such a short scene, but that was so good.
We got her.
Haja, what are you doing here?
Oh hey. Fake
I had nowhere
Jedi.
else to go. Right after I saw you, I got into a fight with that scary Lady Inquisitor. Now I'm wanted by the Empire. So now I know what it feels like being a real Jedi. It's not easy.
Nope.
That transport, I need to get her back to Alderaan.
Once we get all these people out of here, I'll do whatever you want.
We'll do whatever we can to help.
All
Good man.
all right, let's hurry it up. Get ready for dust off. Leave anything you don't need.
My lord, we're approaching Jabeam.
Lock down the facility.
If we cannot break them,
It is not them we need to break.
Yeah, he only cares about Obi-Wan, so. Where's the Lola tracker going? Oh, look at this. That's awesome.
The light will fade, but is never forgotten.
What is she doing? Oh, is that locking the facility down? Yeah, okay. Right. Vader said lock down the facility.
An Imperial destroyer just arrived in orbit above us.
she must have tracked us.
It's not her, it's Vader. He'll attack next. He hasn't the patience for a siege.
How do you know?
He just knows. Oh my gosh.
You grow too aggressive, Anakin. Be mindful. A Jedi's goal is to defend life, not take it.
Mercy
Yo.
doesn't defeat an enemy, Master. Which is why you're gonna lose.
Those scenes are so good.
Launch the attack.
I understand you're scared. The Empire will attack soon. If we try and fight them, we will not survive. We just need to hold them off long enough to get you all out. Roken, how much time do you need to override the doors?
3-4 hours.
You have one.
Wow.
If we defend our position together, then by the time they get inside, we'll be gone.
Sounds like a plan. Is it gonna work? Dunno. Music, oh my gosh, so good.
Broken, we need the hangar roof open.
Try going in the vents to see what's going on?
I'm a little too big to be crawling around in the vents. Would you like to try?
I'm going to need a ladder.
You trust me? I trust her.
Let's go.
Get her a ladder.
Haja, will you keep your eye on her?
I am not a babysitter, Ben.
Is that gonna be Bale? Now, is Leia smart enough to reconfigure all this? Has she ever dealt with electronics before, like wires and stuff?
I know we said no communication, but your silence worries me. If he's found you, if he's learned of the children, if I don't hear from you soon, I'll head to Tatooine. Owen will need help with the boy. I pray you're safe, Obi-Wan.
He's good. Leia's good.
Is everything all right?
It will be.
You know, I was following orders on Gorel. The Empire said it was a roundup. People not paying their way, taxes for the cause. They lied. There were 4 families, all Force sensitive. We gathered them up. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know what the Inquisitors would do. 14 people died, and 6 of them were children, and I couldn't do anything to help them. So now I do this. 1 for everyone I get through. You're right, Ben. Some things you can't forget. But you can fight to make them better.
We got a plan B here?
We're going to have to slow them down. Tell the Inquisitor I want to talk.
She doesn't want to talk, but she's gonna be forced to talk.
If this is you stalling for time, it won't work. Lord Vader will have you at any cost.
You mean Anakin? You knew who Vader was. Vader would have kept that hidden, and you're too young to have known him. Unless you were there.
It doesn't matter where I was.
The night of Order 66, you were a young lady.
Hey.
That's how you knew you saw him.
Stop.
Anakin killed the others.
That's enough.
He killed the other younglings,
Enough.
but somehow you...
Enough!
Everyone who called this theory, good job. Oh my god, imagine having to witness that though.
Thought he was there to help us.
Oh, good shot.
I tried to help them, but I couldn't. When he left, I played dead.
Oh.
Hid with the bodies. Felt them go cold. They were the only family I knew. And he slaughtered them.
You're not serving him, are you? You're hunting him. Let me help you.
Why would I ever trust you?
Because we want the same thing.
Do we, Obi-Wan? Do you really want Anakin dead? Where were you while he was killing my friends? He was your Padawan. Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you save us? I don't need your help.
This is a great conversation. Great. Okay, so I understand her motivations now. I'm the kind of person that likes to wait and see. I know that some people were commenting in previous videos about how it was fact that she was one of the younglings, and I'm like, we gotta wait until it's confirmed. And now it's been confirmed. I just didn't realize that she actually wanted to take like Vader down. Totally makes sense though. I hope there's not too many casualties.
Leia, we gotta hurry!
Would you stop talking?
He said it was a red breaker.
I know what he said.
Yes, Tala, let's go. Okay, that punch was great. No.
Tala! No! Wipe them out!
No. I want Tala to die.
Tala! Tala! No!
The music right now is gonna make me cry. God damn it.
May the Force be with you.
Damn it.
Grand Inquisitor has breached the walls.
Tell her to stand down. Kenobi is already ours.
There's no way out, Master. Admit you are beaten.
It's over. I'm going back.
You can't just throw that away. They want all of us.
Vader wants me.
If you surrender, she died for nothing. He'll keep coming.
That's why I have to stop him. He expects me to surrender. He knows I'll do everything I can to protect these people. Haja, Look out for her, will you?
You want to tell me how you're gonna fight without a weapon?
There are other ways to fight.
Oh my gosh. What will Bale say when he finds out that you left her with a fake Jedi, though?
Inform Lord Vader. Kenobi is ours.
You're not bringing him to me. I'm bringing him to you. This isn't over yet. We could end this together.
What makes you think he won't see it coming?
Because all he'll see is me.
I don't think it's gonna work, but it's a good thought. Gosh, these scenes are so good. I bet they were so much fun to film too.
Your weapon's gone. It's over.
Your need for victory, Anakin, it blinds you.
Where is he?
I have him secured inside, my lord.
I will bring him in myself.
Lola, what are you doing in here? Stop! Stop! Oh, swimming pool. Alright. Much better.
Yay, we got the real Lola back.
Got it.
Nice. Good job, Leia.
Well done.
Where's Tala?
Move, let's go!
Come on, we need to get to the transport.
Oh, shit. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh, heck. Okay, but that thing was left on the ground. The communication to Bale. That's not good.
You're a great warrior, Anakin, but you'll need to prove yourself as your undoing. Until you overcome it, a Padawan you will still be.
This is not gonna work out well for her.
He was wise to use you against me.
You're no match for him, girl. You're just not. Ooh, that was slick. I would be terrified if I was her. These back and forth shots were really good.
Did you really believe I did not see it, youngling? You are of no further use.
Look at that.
Hello, third sister. Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think? Your rage
Let's go.
was useful. Now it is tiresome. We will leave you where we found you, in the gutter where you belong.
Yikes.
Goodbye, Grand Inquisitor.
Bye, Reva.
Hyperdrive is down, and they're behind us.
Oh, she's gonna find. Is she gonna find the communicator thing? Is it still here, right? Yeah, she sees it. She absolutely sees it. Right? She sees it.
Something's wrong.
He's found. If he's learned of the children, I'll head to Tatooine. Owen, help the boy.
Great.
Are you okay?
He knows. He knows that she knows.
I'm sure it's nothing.
He knows that she knows. Now, is Reva gonna remember her Jedi ways and come back to the good side and help? Or is she gonna try and cause issues? It'll be interesting to see, because Vader pretty much went fuck you to her, so it would be terrible if she still tried to, I don't know. Hi, Luke. Oh my gosh. Okay, that episode needed to be like twice as long. That went by way too fast. Oh my gosh. All right, so that was part 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and wow, what an episode. There is so much to unpack here. That was such a fantastic and emotional episode, and to everyone that thinks that it's the best episode in the series so far, I 100% agree with you. I love that a lot of things were clarified in this episode. Did the Grand Inquisitor actually die? No. Was Reva one of the younglings? Yes. It was really great to have those 2 things confirmed in this episode. This also means that I'm sitting here for the first time really excited to try and predict what's coming in the finale. You guys know that I'm not a huge fan of predicting what's coming up next because I feel like I'm really bad at it, but knowing that the next episode is the finale and it's not clear if there's going to be a season 2 or not, and we're kind of all going in just kind of assuming that this 6 episodes is it, I do have some thoughts. Most of my predicting kind of centers around Reva, and I feel very concerned about the whole Reva thing. Even though she was stabbed straight through her body with a lightsaber, I don't think she's actually dead, which is kind of whatever. Like, if she's alive, I'm really interested to see how, first of all. To me, I can kind of see both sides of it. Like, at first I was kind of thinking like, it's really weird of Vader and the Grand Inquisitor to just not make sure she was actually dead. I mean, we've seen Vader kill people for literally no reason, and Reva definitely did many things and tried to kill him. So that leads me to think that they kept her alive for a reason. I know I said in the moment that it'd be kind of neat if she like flipped back to being a good Jedi and kind of like went good and helped everyone out, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the more likely route is that she's going to grab that information from Bail Organa and head right to Tatooine, because she knows who Owen is from episode 1. And in that episode, he had told her that he wasn't protecting anyone or taking care of anyone, and now she knows that that's not true. She's smart to know that by the children, Bail was referring to Anakin's children. We know that Obi-Wan wants to take Leia back to Alderaan, but we also know that Bail is going to Tatooine because he's not going to hear from Obi-Wan. He can't now at this point because Obi-Wan no longer has that communicator. So I'm kind of sitting here thinking, like, is the finale going to contain a fight between Bail and Obi-Wan against Reva to prevent her from finding out who Luke is and getting that information? I feel like that's probably what's going to happen, is that's going to be like the final fight is between either Obi-Wan and Reva, just the 2 of them, or maybe Bail will be there alongside Obi-Wan against Reva. I don't know, but I feel like that's gonna be the likely outcome, which then makes me wonder, like, will we get a final fight between Vader and Obi-Wan? Because I really want that, but story-wise and writing-wise, I don't know how we get there. All we know for sure is that Vader cannot find out about Luke or Leia, because he doesn't find out about Luke until Empire Strikes Back, and he doesn't find out about Leia until Return of the Jedi, if I'm remembering the original trilogy correctly. And it would be terrible to put something in this series that breaks the continuity like that. You would have everyone in the fan base mad. If Reva's alive, I definitely think that she wants revenge against Obi-Wan, because when I think back to that conversation they had, she was putting like the full blame on Obi-Wan and not on Anakin. So I definitely think her motive will change, and if Vader sensed that, then maybe that's why he kept her alive. Honestly, no clue what to expect with this finale, but that's kind of where my mind is going, so I'm interested to see if that's how it plays out. I will say that the scene where Reva was recounting her experience through Order 66 was massively heartbreaking and just really hard to digest and sit through. My last kind of prediction and hope for the finale is that Qui-Gon shows up. We need him with all the attempts of Obi-Wan trying to contact him that we've seen in the series so far. And now that Obi-Wan very clearly has his Force powers back in full force, we need him to connect with Qui-Gon. It has to happen, and I will be upset if we don't get that. All right, let's talk about this episode a bit. Vader Anakin absolutely dominated this entire episode, and I love it so much. I loved those flashback scenes to Obi-Wan and Anakin dueling on Coruscant, and I love that the scenes were direct parallels to what was happening in this episode. When they were dueling, Obi-Wan forced the lightsaber from Anakin's hand, and then we saw Vader do that with Reva. We saw Obi-Wan kind of like give Anakin advice about revenge and victory, and then we saw Vader and the Grand Inquisitor kind of take that and throw it in Reva's face too. It was so much fun seeing Vader just completely toy around with Reva like it was nothing. She was trying so hard, and from his perspective, it was such a like, haha, I'm so much stronger than you are, and there's no way you can even hurt me, so I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here. I'm really glad that Reva's plan didn't work. I'm very glad that Vader saw right through everything, knew who she was, knew her plan, and waited until that moment where she was ready to strike him down for him to be like, no. It was so good to see Hayden as Anakin. Hayden and Ewan have not aged at all, so those flashback scenes looked to me very similar to scenes from Revenge of the Sith. Like, obviously, yes, they've aged a little bit and you can tell that there are differences, but I don't know, to me, they just looked so good, both of them, and it didn't look like there was any kind of de-aging used on them either. I mean, those scenes with Hayden, he looked just like he has looked in the interviews that's been done of him for this series. So I don't think that they did any tricks on his face at all to make him look younger. I think that he looked in those scenes exactly how he looks today. And I love that. It was so amazing seeing them duel with the same choreography and the same intensity as we saw in Revenge of the Sith. I loved that. The scenes were emotional and they were very well done. Overall, I just really love Vader in this entire series. I love his attitude. I love how ruthless he is. I love how intimidating he is. The only thing we've needed is the Imperial March, but I really hope that we get that in the finale at some point. Please just give me a Vader scene in this series with the Imperial March. Thank you. All right, let's talk about Tala. I am fucking heartbroken that she is dead. I really was hoping that we would have her straight through to the end of this series. I will say I really love that we finally got to see like what her motivation and her drive has been, and we got that little bit of backstory on her. I thought the scene where she passed away was really excellent. The slow-mo was done really well. I loved that the droid knelt down in front of her to protect her from further blasts, and the droid showed emotion by like resting his head on her shoulder. You guys know me, I love my droids. And that was such an emotional scene. The music that was also playing during it, I thought was really emotional and really well done. Overall, it was just a really great scene, and I'm really gonna miss Tala. About Leia, we really didn't have her much in this episode at all. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Even though I love her and I think the actress was great, we really did need an episode that had a lot more Vader and Anakin and Obi-Wan focus, and this was that episode. I want more of that in the finale as well, but obviously we do need a happy ending with Leia. We need to get her back to Bail and back on Alderaan, and I know that we'll get that, so I'm excited for that, but I will say that it was nice not having her as much in this episode. I only have one complaint about this episode, and it's pretty minor, but a lot of scenes were filmed very chaotically, and what I mean by that is the camera was moving a lot, and there were some scenes where I actually kind of felt a little bit nauseous, like just a touch of motion sickness because of that. So I think it would have been nicer if at times the camera was just a little bit more still, but again, minor complaint. I still love this episode. I just wanted to point that out because it was a little bit jarring at times. And I was like, can the camera stop moving? Well, I think that wraps up my thoughts about part 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Please leave comments down below and let me know what you think of this episode and what your predictions are for the finale. I would love to chat about all of that with you. Let me know if you agree with what I think or if you have a whole other hunch of how it's going to play out altogether. I cannot wait to discuss this all with you. As always, if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel and you want to be notified of future reactions, please click over here. And if you would like to continue watching, please click over here. We'll see you guys next week for the series finale. I am so excited. Until then, have a great rest of your day and your week, and take care, everyone.